Good morning. Good Sunday morning, y'all. Hey, have you ever cooked in your socks before? We're going to make some chili today. I see that nobody's on here yet. Are y'all still sleeping in on Sunday morning? Y'all better get up. Y'all better get up. Let me get you down here where we can see each other. Hey, let's see who that is. I got on my contacts today. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Good Sunday morning to you. Let's make a big pot of chili, and let's make it together if we can get that hair down this morning. But anyway, what I was asking you, have you ever cooked in your socks before? It says it's Sunday. I don't want to put on my good Sunday shoes yet because I'm going to be busy. All right, I've got this big thing of hamburger meat, and yes, it's the one with the fat in it. But I've got my pot right here, and I'm just going to dump this in it like this and let it be frying up. And I like to mix it kind of with my hand and get it going. And I'm going to add a little salt to it and get it going this morning. What are y'all cooking for Sunday lunch today? What are y'all going to cook? I'm going to put 3 big onions in it. And that is because I like onions in my chili. I'm not going to leave my chili in that pot because I'm going to have tomatoes in my chili. Y'all can't see, can you? Let me get you down a little bit. Maybe it'd be better if you're not even sitting on that thing. Let's see how that works. Is that better? Can y'all see better? No, you can't. You can't see better. I'm going to put you back up. Y'all are sitting on a lard bucket today. Y'all use lard. Good morning, Ann. I may cry, Ann, this morning because I'm used to wearing, I probably won't cry because I got on contacts. I put them on, and this is the first time I've had them on in a long time because they were trying to let my eyes heal a little bit this morning. All right, y'all. This man, I want to tell you this story. This man had a chili cook-off at his church. Well, he felt like he needed to enter the chili cook-off because, you know, it's just a church thing, and he thought, well, I better enter it. But he had never cooked chili before. But he had bought my cookbook. So what he did is he found the chili recipe and he went right by it, and y'all, he won first place. I'm so proud of him. I am proud of it. Just pull that outside of that onion off. I like to cut mine all in half and get it going here. When the weather gets cool like this, I stepped outside this morning to see how cool it was, and it felt so good. And that was the reason I did that is because I didn't know what to wear to church. And it seemed really cool, so I thought, well, I'm going to wear a long sleeve. This is a sweater dress. And I have enjoyed it because it's just a plain old color, and I can wear lots of stuff with it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It's just a dress, and it's like a sweater material, and it's very comfortable. So, here are our onions. We've got 3 onions we're going to cut up in it. There's another Ann and a Kim this morning. Good morning, y'all, from Iowa. Oh, my goodness. Is it daylight there yet? Is it daylight? It's daylight here. You don't have to do anything in particular with this when you're cutting up onions for chili. Just get them in kind of blocky shapes. Don't make a big deal out of it, okay? While your meat is cooking, you can always cut up your onions. Now, let me say this. I'm going to put kidney beans in mine. I like kidney beans in it, and I like pinto beans. Those are the 2 kind of beans that I like in it. Today, we're doing the light kidney beans, and I love beans in my chili. But you don't have to use the canned. And sometimes when I got a lot of time, I don't use the can. I cook the dry beans. They're much cheaper, much healthier, and better for you. But today, you have to do what you got to do, haven't you? Everybody likes chili. I really don't know anybody that doesn't like it. It is a cold weather thing. The other day I was in the grocery store and this man was in there that I knew. And he looked in my buggy and he said, "You gonna make chili, aren't you?" I said, "I am. I'm gonna make chili." He said, "Us too." That's what I'm in here buying stuff right now to make a huge pot of chili. Y'all like pinto beans or do you like kidney beans in yours? Let's see. Nancy, what do you like? Nancy Buttman and Kathy Davis with a C and Ann Harder and Lynn and Dorothy. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I've got on clip-on earrings today, and I might wind up undoing them when I get in church because sometimes it hurts your ears, doesn't it? It'll hurt your ears. Seems like the blood can't even circulate. But I have some really old-timey clip-on earrings that I love, and this is one pair of them. Look at that. That was given to me. 8, 9, 7. 8, 9, 7. And if you get that one, you're on the right one. All right, our milk's browning up real good over here. Come over here where you can see. Let me pick y'all up. See how heavy you are this morning. All right, there's our meat. We're going to scramble it all up, and I like to just chop it up with a spoon or spatula or something. All right, you can tell it's getting brown, and so I'm going to add my onions now. Let me chop it up a little bit more. I've got one of those chopper things, but I don't want to use it right now. All right, let's put in our onions. I'll sit y'all right here for a minute so y'all can see me putting the onions. Now, some of y'all, it takes you 30 minutes to cut up an onion, and if it's taking you that long, you're not doing it right, because it shouldn't take you but probably a couple of minutes to do it. All right, now you want to mix these onions in with that, and let all that good flavor of the onions get down in there, and you want to do this until they are kind of, sort of tender. Translucent, I guess you'd say. Just mix it around like that. And there we go. We're mixing our onions in with our meat. I've still got it set on high right here. It's set on high. I'm wiggling around. I need to focus here. All right. We're going to leave that on there a little bit. All right, so let me sit you down right here just a second. Wipe my hands off. This hamburger meat, this package that I got, I forgot how many pounds is in it. And I don't have my piece of paper. Well, I do have it somewhere, but I don't know what I did with it. I paid $13 for that thing of hamburger meat. All the other stuff was cheap, like the beans and the diced tomatoes and some chili powder and onions. Those weren't expensive, but this is going to make a huge pot, and so it's going to feed a tremendous amount of people with it. Okay. Let me tell y'all some good news that's happened. We're making chili today for all those of you who are just coming in, like Kay Lord And she says she loves my cookbooks. Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. And Judy Barnes, good morning. And she's from North Carolina. Good morning, North Carolina. Y'all take care of my little granddaughter up there. She's in Charleston. No, she's in South Carolina. That's right. All right. Let's see who else is watching. Here's Terry this morning, and Candy Wagner, and Martha Ridgen, and Ann. Good morning, y'all. I'm so glad you're with me today. We're making chili. And if you're just coming in, let me tell you what we're doing. We are making it in a big black pot. We have a big thing of hamburger meat in here. If I were to guess, I'd say it was at least 3 pounds. Maybe 2.5 pounds, a lot. We've got 3 onions in it, y'all, like this. And right now, we're just browning the meat and softening the onions, okay? Like that. Just like that. Now we're going to add some things. And to do that, I'm going to put this in a different pot. And this is the reason. I could have browned it in that other pot, but I don't like to brown things in stainless steel. But tomatoes have acid in it. Now, if you're just going to make this and eat it right then, it's fine. But if you're going to eat it a lot later, several hours later, then you need to transfer it to a different pot. That's what I'm fixed to do. So, I'm going to open my pantry right here, and I'm going to get out a big pot. And this one is not it. It isn't big enough, I don't think. We're going to get out this pot. This one right here. This will be good. Let's put this pot back up. And let's come over here and start adding to this pot. Alright, turn back around now. We're going to put it on this small eye for just a minute till I can get organized, okay? Alright, in the big pot, we're going to put 3 cans of dark red kidney beans. I thought I got the light, but I guess I got the dark. Alright, here's the next one. And here's the next one. And I'm putting the juice in too, y'all. I'm going to put 1 can, which you're sitting on. Y'all got to get up from there. Let me do you like this. I'm not very good at this live, am I? I don't know how to do it too good. We're going to put 1 can of petite diced tomatoes, juice and all. We're going to put 1 can of tomato sauce, which I haven't even opened yet. Let me get my can opener. Where is it? Here it is. We're going to open us a can of tomato sauce and put in it. It's pulling off plastic and everything else. I didn't know there was plastic on tomato sauce. This is going to make it really creamy and good right here. And these are big cans. This is a, this one is a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce, and the petite diced tomatoes are 26 or 29. It's 29 too. All right, we're going to put about 3 teaspoons of chili powder. 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. And I probably will add more to that. I like a chili that tastes like a chili, don't y'all? All right, let's turn this off because our onions are tender, our meat is done, and we're going to add it to this big old pot right here. Still a little bit in there. Let me get it out. I don't want to leave anything out. are in our pot. Okay. Now then, this is where we're going to make a judgment call. Let's say you're in your kitchen and you've got your onions and your meat done, and you've opened a few cans of beans. But you bought extra, let's move it back over here down to this one because this is the bigger eye. It'll work better. Turn it back on. Let's say that, here's what I'm talking about, judgment call, okay? Here it is. When you get your meat, and so this is why it's not a recipe, all right? When you get your meat, your hamburger meat in your pot, and you could use 1 pound, you could use 2 pounds or 3 pounds. How many people are you cooking for? Do you want to have some leftovers? Those are things you need to ask yourself because it freezes real well. Okay? Let's say you use 2 pounds. Well, then you buy you at least 2 of these big cans of your diced tomatoes, just in case. Just in case. I hadn't opened mine yet because I don't know if I need it. And buy you a bag of onions. You can use the rest of them later. And then get a couple of cans of tomato salts, which I did, but I'd only used 1 because I wasn't sure. And this is how you're going to get sure. You're going to stir this up, and if it doesn't look like the consistency that you want, then add something to it. Okay? Now come over here and look at mine so that you'll see what I'm talking about. But remember this. You don't really need a recipe. Just put your a bunch of onions in it. You can't get too many or too little, but put them in there. And then add your tomatoes. All right, that looks pretty soupy, doesn't it? It doesn't look very tomatoey, and it looks like the beans. I've got 1 more thing of beans over there that I could open if I wanted to. But that looks like it's got enough. And we are going to let this simmer for about 30 minutes. And when I'm talking about simmer, I'm saying that it's going to be bubbling. It's going to be bubbling for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to taste it. That's going to give it a little time for those flavors to come in. And then I'm going to taste it. If it needs salt, I'm going to add it. If it needs chili powder, I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to let that cook about 30 minutes. Then I'm going to taste it again. And why am I tasting it again? Because I want to see if the salt did its work and if the chili powder did its work by going into it. This is a very inexpensive meal when you consider how many people can eat that pot of chili right there. Now, what do you put on top of yours? Tell me. I want to know what you put on top of your chili. Here's what my family likes. Well, my Dallas, he doesn't like anything on his. He doesn't want anything on it. He just wants a big old bowl of chili. But take my granddaughters, for instance. And I'm not sure about William. I can't remember what he likes. But my granddaughters, they like to put grated sharp cheese on it. Top and a big dollop of sour cream, and it is good like that. But sometimes you just want chili and you don't want all that other stuff. If you want to save money, eat it plain. All right, what can you eat with it? Here's some things I like with it. I like corn chips with it. I like saltine crackers with it. Used to, in the olden days, they called them soda crackers. Have y'all ever heard that? Soda crackers. And I can tell you something about crackers. If your stomach is feeling upset and like you're on a little bit of a nauseous side, if you will nibble on a soda cracker, a saltine, what y'all would call them, not a cookie or anything, just plain old crackers, it seems to soothe your stomach, or it does mine. And another thing that's good with this, I like cornbreaded chili. Do y'all like you know, in my recipe book where you got those creature-looking corn, they're hush puppies, but they look like little critters because the onions are sticking out every which way. Well, those are really good with chili. And who knows, I may make some today. But anyway, so that's all you do. All right, Colleen says, I put cheese and sour cream. Well, you're like my grandbabies. You must be their grandmother, too. Paula says, cheddar cheese, sour cream over pasta. Oh, that sounds good. And Ann is watching. All right, here's Oxford, Georgia joining you today. That's Kim Henderson. And Brandy says sour cream and a little bit of mustard. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. Does anybody else do that, y'all? All right, let's see what else we've got right here. Here's Pam Fisher. She puts a can of tomato puree in hers. That's good. Makes it richer. Well, I can see how that would work. I certainly can. And Cheryl is watching today. And Amy Frent, F-E-N-T, Fent, have a blessed Sunday. I hope I do. I do hope I have a blessed Sunday. I'm praying for rain, y'all. We really need it in South Alabama. If y'all are watching and you've never watched me before, I'm an Alabama girl. And my grandchildren call me Big Mama. I'm 78 years old. I live in Andalusia, Alabama. I love to cook. And the reason I love to cook is because I love to eat. I love to eat all kinds of food. There's only one food that I say that I just can't get to liking it. I've tried. And it's an olive. Matter of fact, nobody in... Let me turn this down. It's supposed to be just barely moving. I'm going to have it burned over here if I don't watch it. There's only one person in my family that loves olives, and that's my son, Dallas. He loves those things. And I don't like them. So when he was a little boy, I don't know how he learned to like them because I never had them in the house because I didn't like them. You know, your children... they're going to eat what you give them when they're little. And I never gave him any of that. So, anyway, so I'd go to the grocery store. And you remember olives used to come in that tall, skinny jar like that? I'd buy that for him every week. And I'd put it in the refrigerator. And he could just eat it right out of the jar because nobody else would touch it. They wouldn't touch it. And so, I don't like olives. That's the only food that I could truthfully say that I don't like. But... there was a lady down the street from us, an elderly lady that had an olive tree. I'd never even seen one or anything. So George and I, my husband, when he was living, we walked down there to her tree. She wanted us to come because she had some fresh olives. Well, I thought, I'm not going to like these things because I don't like olives. Y'all, they are nothing. They are nothing like the ones in the jar. They are so delicious. I mean, they are really super good. All right, here's Donna says, I like cornbread and chili. It's so good. Hey, Donna, I'm with you, girlfriend. I may make some of those today. All right, this one says, also a can of bush chili beans. You like to put that in yours, okay? That sounds good. And a lot of good mornings here from Connie and Era and Ann and Barbara. And Lisa, where are my men folks this morning? Y'all still into bed? Y'all better get up. Get that family to church. That's your responsibility, you know. The man's supposed to be the leader of the house. You better get up. Get your kitchen going. You like my lamp on my countertops? I do too. I am a lamp girl. Well, look here. I've got a lamp right over here in my kitchen window. And I've got these two lamps. I've got one right there and then one right there. And then in that room in there, I've got a bunch of lamps, like that. And then, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I've got a lamp sitting right over there, too. Right in there. I've got lamps everywhere. Let's see if I turn these on. I have. Look here. There's my fireplace, and I've got lamps on my mantle up there. And I've got a lamp over there, and a lamp right here, and a lamp right there that don't have on because it's turning day, so I really don't need it on. Let me tell you something y'all might want to know about lamps. I like those little kerosene lamps, oil lamps, because when we have bad weather in the South and a hurricane's coming in, I can light them and it makes light. But these right here are hurricane lamps, but there is a company that you can order the electrical part and you can change it from a oil lamp to a you can change it from an oil lamp to an electric lamp. And what it is they send you this little part right here. This is an old oil lamp, but I bought that little thing right there, and all you do is turn the little switch and it turns it on and off. So if you've got an old, you need to go to a lamp company, like look it up online or something. Mine are old. They sell all these things for y'all to use. All right, let's taste it for chili powder. It's been doing about 30 minutes or close to it. Let me get me a little bowl. And we're going to get us a little spoon here. We're going to get us just a bite of it. We don't want much. We're just tasting for chili powder and salt. That's what we're tasting for. Here it is. I don't want to put any cheese or anything on it because I'm tasting for a reason right here. And then after a while, I'm going to turn it back on and I'm going to taste it again. It needs salt and chili powder. So I'm going to take this chili powder and I'm going to put in 3 more tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. So that makes 6 total that I put in there. All right, I'm going to salt it good. Now I'm going to stir it around. And I'm going to let it cook for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to taste it again. All right, here it is. Let me move the lamp over there so y'all can see down in there good. All right, here we go. There's our chili. And I'm so glad I changed my pot because I needed to. Looks really good. Look at that. We're going to have a fine dinner today. Yeah, when it gets cold, what you want to eat is a good chicken and vegetable soup and a pot of chili. And then I like all the chowders, like broccoli chowder and corn chowder and all those chowders. They're so good. And so you want to eat that too. Aunt Harper, we know you're watching, darling. You've been on here a bunch of times, haven't you? So that's good. Here's Jason. He said, I'm a man. I'm going to get up. Bardwell, thank you, Jason. You're about the only man I've seen this morning. Are you going to cook your family something? Are you a cook? Here's Kay. Good morning from Kuwait. Oh, my goodness, Kay. So good to hear from you so far away. Is it nighttime there and you're watching because you can't? Oh, here's my mama's name. Here's Flo Porter. And my mama's name was Flo. Her real name was Florine, but everybody called her Flo. And there's Carol Hayden this morning and Charles. Hey, Charles, another man, Charles Leach. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning to you, Charles. And Linda and Brenda Rocky Kelly. Looks delicious. I hope it will be. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go. Hey, listen, remember, I cook every day on Facebook. Y'all, please join me there. It's under Cooking with Brenda Gantt, and there's no words under it. I mean, nobody else's name. It's just Cooking with Brenda Gantt. It's got a check mark. And I always ask you to follow. If it says join, that is a fake station. It's fake. So it's Cooking with Brenda Gantt. And follow me. I've got a blue check mark. And the number of followers, you can always tell by that too. If they don't have 4 million and almost 300,000 followers, 4,300,000, I'm almost at 300,000, then it's not me. If they've got 400,000 followers, that's it. That isn't me. I got 3 million. Or is it 4 million? What have I got? Lord have mercy, I forgot. But it's millions, okay? It's millions. And y'all can follow me. I'd love for you too. We can meet together in my little red kitchen. We can cook some good stuff. And I do cook good stuff. Because why? Because I like to eat. Y'all have a blessed Sunday. Love you. Take care. And if you're able to go to church, please do. You need to be with like-minded people. And if you're not able to go to church, y'all can tune in to my church that I go to. We've got a great preacher. You'll enjoy the sermon, and you can just sit back in your lazy boy and maybe have your Bible in your hand so you can keep up with what he's saying. And if you go to, our site is called Bethany Andalusia. Bethany, Bethany, Andalusia. And you can listen to our choir and listen to our stuff this morning. And I'm sorry that you're not able to go to church because it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing, y'all. When George was sick with dementia, my husband, I didn't get to go to church as much, and I missed it so bad. And sometimes people would come over here and sit with him so I could go to church. And that's a blessing too. So if there's somebody that you know that can't go but they would like to go, and you're able to maybe miss Sunday a couple of Sundays and go and sit with their loved ones so they can go to church, that's a blessing for you, and it's a blessing for them. And God loves it. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye-bye.